Kimber Schaefer here with Rage in the Cage OKC. We're here at Wilshire Gun Range in North Oklahoma City. This is our Rage in the Cage OKC sponsor for December 16th, and we are so proud to bring you our interviews from this spot, and so excited to have Travis Quintanilla back on one of our cards. This is your second MMA fight. You made your MMA debut for us at a previous event, and so round two for you. I mean, your first fight was a 17-second win for you in the first round. So, I mean, what are you looking forward to most about a second fight?
Well, in my second fight, game plan is just, go in there, do whatever I got to do. The first fight, stuck to the game plan. I don't know anything really about this next guy I'm fighting. I'm going to be looking him up soon, and just going to formulate a game plan from there and just get in there and win it.
Well, you train at Solid Cobra, BJJ. So tell me a little bit about your training there and your camp. Do they, obviously you don't know your opponent, do they just do a strict training regimen, not really worried about who you're going to be standing across, or how does that work out? We
just try to stay as well-rounded as possible, and then we, like whenever we have a fight planned, our coaches, we work one-on-one with them, depending on what our opponent's strengths are, and not only that, we just stay ready for everything. And
all right, so it's been a couple of months since my last interview with you. So let's go back again and remind everybody a little bit about why you got into MMA and fighting in the first place, and what your goals are, short-term goals for starts.
Well, as I said in my last interview, I kind of got into MMA because I always had an interest in it. I was out of shape, got in shape, and decided I wanted to train, and started training at Solid MMA with a good friend of mine from high school, and the rest is history. Had my first boxing match, lost that by decision. Then I had my second fight, which is my first MMA fight, won that in 17 seconds, and then now I'm just moving on up, and right now short-term goals are to just fight, take one fight at a time. Long-term goals is eventually, obviously, to go pro and make it big.
How has MMA thus far, you're pretty early on in your career, but how has it really enriched your life and changed your life already?
Oh man, just better cardio, better quality of life, because, yeah, you wake up sore sometimes, that's just the name of the game, but, just I breathe easier, I don't gas out as much, doing, because I'm in the military as well, so whenever I do my PT test, it's just easy. It's just a great way to stay in shape. The camaraderie that you have at the gym, you go there and it's like a second family, and sometimes it even seems more like it's your first family. It's a pretty great feeling. We got a good bunch of guys that we train with, and girls, and it's always learning, always building, and it's just made me realize a lot about my own body that I never knew I could do.
Well, and I know a lot of fighters that, they have a hard time balancing the time that it takes to put into career. They go into this thinking that it needs to be a full-time job, and I mean, that's just not feasible for most people. They have to have a job on the side, they've got a family to support. So, and then of course you're in the military on top of that. So how do you manage all those responsibilities and give adequate time to each one?
Well, that's actually pretty easy. I work 4/10s, so wake up, go to work, go train, come home, spend time with my family, and Friday and Saturday, Sunday, those are my big days to spend with my family. Then of course Saturday is my one day off from training, so it's pretty easy for me. I find a way to do it. Of course, I'm one of those people that likes to schedule everything. So
you mentioned you've had one boxing and that went to decision, and then your first MMA fight, of course, that was just 17 seconds. But in just that short career, do you have a specific moment, either whether it being in the ring, the cage, or in your training, that is most memorable to you? I mean, like getting your hand raised for the first time.
Oh yeah, that was actually, honestly, the most memorable moment is whenever I lost my boxing match. I saw the other guy's hand get raised. I didn't like that at all, and one of my coaches, Crew, we call him Crew. He's Ruben Zamaron. one day he was talking to me about fighting. He's like, fighting is fun, but winning is always a little more sexy. So I remembered that, and the feeling I felt whenever I had my hand raised for my MMA fight was definitely a lot better. But you know, losing, that kind of put everything in perspective, that no matter how badass you think you are, no matter what, you can get beat. You know, everybody gets beat at some point or another.
Everybody's beatable.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at all the upsets we've seen in MMA on UFC. I mean, from Ronda Rousey on down. I mean, everybody's beatable.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Any last words before we kind of wrap it up?
Oh no, just appreciate y'all having us out here today. Appreciate the chance to get to fight for y'all again. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun, folks. Be sure and join us December 16th. Travis Quintanilla and an entire stacked fight card right now. We've got 6 pro fights planned, 2 title fights, 14 fights total. So it is going to be a spectacular night of fights. Definitely worth your money. Speaking of money, you can get tickets from this guy right here, Travis Quintanilla, or any of the fighters on the card, or of course, as always, ticketstorm.com. So you have no excuse, and we hope to see you there.